there is like the one good fit for them. So help them understand that there are games that are boring and there are games that are not boring, that there are games that are specifically good for them, that are actually, we have this itch for playing a certain type of a game, and your indie game is the solution for that itch. So scratch their itch, but don't assume they know everything about you already, and try to be more inviting and raise the level of awareness. Put yourself into their shoes.
Yeah, I think those are really good points here. And quickly for a moment, for those of you who have been listening here for a while, a common thing we talk about on the show, bringing it up multiple times, is know your audience, right? But it goes so much further, as we've probably outlined before, than just simply, oh yeah, my audience likes this type of game. And as Ziv has, detailed in that great explanation, is simply what it comes down to the core is they have a problem, and they might not know what that problem is, for example. So it's your job to kind of figure that out. And you already have an advantage, too, because chances are whatever game you're creating right now or whatever game you have made, you made it to solve a specific problem. There's a demand, right, or whatever the case might be. You had some specific reasoning for making that game outside of. I hope it wasn't just to make money, because those don't always work out as well as we would like it to. So if you had a specific reason, there you go. That could be one way of identifying that problem, that level of awareness that Ziv was talking about, and then going even further. And here I'll even use myself as a quick example. If anybody has ever gone to rentgenmarketing.com, my website, you can look down and see the whole website. The first page you go to is kind of like a landing page designed to identifying your problems. I list out every problem that I could think of that most indie devs have. That's the same type of process, not in the same format, of course, that you guys need to go to, that Ziv has outlined here. Don't make assumptions. Do the work. Find out, know your audience, and get that information, because it's going to help you that much further to create that relationship and everything else that Ziv was talking about. So, all right, let's go back to email marketing now, and into our next topic here, which is I want to know. All right, we understand our audience, great insight on how to understand those awareness levels, but how do we get people to sign up? So with that said, it's always a challenge to create awareness for your game. I mean, this is something we're constantly faced with. What are some high-level strategies you would suggest that can build awareness, but also your email list?
So that's a great question, and something that a lot of businesses struggle with. And how do you grow your email list? First of all, I want to encourage anyone that maybe is listening to this and didn't start an email list yet. Don't feel bad about it. Just start immediately. Yeah. Right? There's a saying that if you want to have a 100-year-old oak tree, you should plant the seed 100 years ago. But if you don't have a time machine, then plant the seed today. Okay, because the only way, that's the fastest way you could go. So start your email list today. And in general, in business, I use the metaphor of a free party. It's a party that you get stuff for free, and you go to the party and it's free, and it's just amazing. The free party in your business. And I want to share with you 3 ideas for tactics of how an indie gamer, an indie developer could have a free party that grows an email list. So first of all, it all starts with the people that already know you and like you and trust you and appreciate what you do, in case it's not the first game that you're developing. And that is your past clients. If you already have an email list or a group of power users, maybe it's your fans on a Facebook group or whatever, you want to use those relationships and leverage those relationships first. So the tactic one is use the low-hanging fruit. Make sure that the people that already know you are familiarized with what you're doing, that they're on board, that they want to help you. And this will be important, especially with tactic 2, that will be used independently and with people from Tactic One. So it's very important to kind of keep try to get people to join your email list through giving away something. And the people that already are in your list who can help you spread the word about it. So tactic 2 would be to create an opt-in bribe to get people excited about your game that is in development. You want an opt-in bribe, in case you're not familiarized with the term. Some people call it a lead magnet. Some people call it a gift in exchange for an email. And it's basically something that you want to do to use to excite people, to get them to literally feel like their life is transformed in some way. So I don't want you to just give away images from the game and that's it, because that doesn't really give them anything. It doesn't really serve them in any way except of curiosity for a second. You want to give them something that will also be functional to some degree. Maybe you can create a printable booklet where they could something they can put inside a book when they're reading, and it has your graphics on it, or maybe a small comics strip that they can read for a few days straight, and you emphasize the likeliness, how cool are your game characters. So anything that you can create that is free, that might get people excited about what you're doing, is something that you should do. Maybe if you can even release a freeware version of some sort, or a video, an exclusive video of how the game would look like, these type of things, and people will have access to that if they give you their email address. And yeah.
No, I was just going to say those are really good ideas, and even before, I'm sure we've mentioned it too. Sometimes, like my approach that I like to take things based off of the incentives and the bribes and everything that we're talking about here is you're creating something that is full of different media assets, right? So look at what you have. If it's the art book idea is great because there could be concept art or any other pieces that you can, basically chop everything up, whether it has an image associated to it, a video, and even audio. Chop those things up. They don't have to always be grouped together, and those themselves can be used as incentives to get people to sign up. It just sometimes you need to be a little creative too, like making a booklet, whether it's a digital copy or physical copy, making that, giving people, they're already excited about the game, they saw some initial images, and now you're giving them that much more, to giving more of a reason to get them excited about the game, which is probably going to be a good lead-in in terms of generating that relationship. And I know you had one more tactic that you wanted to share, Ziv. Let's hear it.
Yeah, basically, the best way to market something is to get someone really excited, like to become your champion. And so people, you can invite people to play the game even when it is not released yet. Like even in a meeting, over video meeting, like even demonstrating the game playability and the development of it in the different steps. And people basically, they love to support something that they've helped to build. So if you are able to bring out to people decisions about the characters in the game, about the props, about whatever, try to get them involved even in the gameability, so that they will feel like this is something really exciting, and they will talk about it, and they will get other people to come over to your platform or to your website and to download your incentives. So it's really all about sharing, really sharing, like being open to change things as a result of feedback.
Yeah, exactly. And it's great that you even mentioned that, because right now with one of my clients, that is exactly a strategy we're doing. We're using to build up our email list, because we know how powerful that can become later in having that level of communication and relationship with people, we're using that as basically a gate, or that's one way of saying it, of people sign up for the email address in order to get access to play the playable version of the game, and then to become a part of it, to provide that feedback and everything. So instead of just having everybody, come to a community and then just give them that access to the game, we're making a requirement, hey, to be really involved, and we're making them feel special about it too. Like, this is exclusive, not everybody's doing this. This is your chance to be part of something, and then providing it so they have to put in that email address in order to get access to play the game. So another great idea. And plus, with something like that too, you're also validating the type of people that are playing it in terms of if they're willing to give their email address and their interest, it shows that they're probably more interested than people that could just sign up just to play a free game. Because those players are different types of people, the ones that care just about free stuff or the ones that really want to get involved. So good points. I love those ideas.
Thank you. And it's, you might, if you're listening to this right now, you might have this voice in you that says, oh, but what if what I have to share with them is not good enough? What if they will not be interested? Or what if they will be disappointed from this, and like from me only offering, I don't know, some video, some small pictures or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, you would never know until you ask.
Yeah.
And when you do ask, some will say no, some will say yes, some will say maybe. Like this is the only thing that is sure, that all of the options are there. But you will only hear yes if you ask.
Good point. Because I think what happens too is like, just all of us with anything we do, right? We can get scared sometimes and thinking that, I don't know, I don't think people will like it, whatever the reason that you're trying to justify not doing something. To your point, just ask, because you're not going to know if people like it or not if you don't ask. So I love that. It just that concept and idea of taking action is key for anything you do, but especially with this.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, all right, I have another question too, because I know this probably comes up a lot too, is a lot of developers may feel that people are inundated with emails, so they probably don't want another one. And I think it goes into a little bit with what you just mentioned. So what are some ways that we can counter so we can counter this? So, people sign up for this, or just get out of that mentality of, people have too many emails, I don't want to bug them.
So it's a great question, and it's a very common concern that not just indie gamers have and gamer developers, but like SaaS companies, coaches, online course creators, service providers, like everywhere people are afraid, I shouldn't send more emails. There's enough emails out there. But you know what? People actually love emails. There's researches that are done, and it shows that people are completely addicted to emails. They open up their phones. The first thing they wake up, they check their email account to see what went in. They check their emails like a gazillion times a day. I don't know. Some will change. I think that there's like a lot. They check their emails a lot. And they enjoy the dopamine dose of checking your email and seeing what's there. And especially when it's an email from someone that you appreciate, someone that gives you value, you actually love those emails. Like imagine the moment when Netflix sends you an email that says, we found something especially for you that I think you're going to be excited about. You don't mind those emails because they're good for you. They're nurturing a relationship. They care about you, and they show you something you are interested in. Well, guess what? People are interested in what you're doing. They are into supporting indie games. They're into playing really cool games. If your game is awesome, then they would love to get another email from you, and they will not be able to wait until you send it. So I think that the mindset should switch, instead of people hate emails, to people actually consume emails all the time. And just like you will at some point want to get people to play the game, either to buy it or to play it, and see the ads in it. You want people like